So I decided to be smart and use my 2 IQ brain for once in my life instead of shooting everybody up in Jemison for getting my Terra Brew coffee order wrong. I mean, I wanted decaf. No, seriously. Or I figured instead of just running around in my underwear in broad daylight trying to steal credits from people, I wanted to make a passive income. I needed a home in my life. And this is what I came up with. What's good, guys? This is going to be my beginner's guide to building outposts in Starfield. If you like what we do here on the channel, make sure you smash that like button and sub to the channel so that you don't miss any more episodes like this one. And if you're looking for a specific part of the video, make sure you check the chapter list down below. Let's get into it. First things first, before you shoot out in them stars and you want to go, place down some homesteads and some planets and park your spaceship in somebody's spaceport. Pause. I don't know where that's going. You should actually run around a whole bunch of the different settlements and or cities in the game. Each settlement and city has so many different vendors and shops that will provide you with all the materials you're going to need for your first outpost. Some of the necessities that you're going to need for your outpost are going to be beryllium, aluminum, iron, nickel, copper, lead sealant, zero wire, tungsten, lubricant, cobalt, titanium, and silver. These are the only items that you're really truly going to need to build everything to start off with in an outpost, so stack up. If your vendor runs out of materials, go sit down at a bench and sleep for 48 hours and go back. With that being said, let's fly out into space, go find ourselves a planet, scan every planet that is in your vicinity in the different systems. You want to look for an aluminum and an iron planet. If you get both on a planet, you're lucky. If you can't, it's going to be okay. I'm going to teach you how to link different outposts together so that they can basically passively share resources and always keep you on top. Keep you on top. Moving right along, once you find a planet that can supply you with the things that you need, land down on that planet, whip out your scanner. Where is this video going? Whip out your scanner and click Outpost. From there, you're going to drop down an Outpost Beacon and make sure you slide that Outpost Beacon around to see what resources you're actually going to be receiving in the vicinity of your outpost. You're going to get a notification that's going to talk to you about a scan booster. We don't need that right now. And I'm on a hazardous planet, so I immediately want to throw down a shelter so I can get into safety. Once I'm into safety, I'm basically able to build the rest of my outpost from the safety of my shelter, so I don't have to worry about all the different dangers and hazards of that planet. Let's get into the first most important tab of the outpost, power. There's so many different types of power sources like solar arrays, wind turbines, and generators. So pick the best one for your outpost or pick the ones that you have the most resources for. At that point, let's get into extractors. Extractors are going to be the thing that basically pull the resources out of the planet. So you can have a helium extractor like me, and the benefits of a helium extractor is the helium extractor will allow you to automatically refuel your spaceship. I did not know that was a thing. And anytime you want to grab, jump, or you're doing exploration, it extends the distance that you're able to get to, which is kind of crazy and OP. Plus, Helium-3 is probably one of the most valuable resources because it applies power to so many of the different things that you're going to need at an outpost. From there, I slapped down a couple iron extractors and I extended my power because you need to make sure your power is always greater than your need. If you look down in the bottom right, you can see how much power you have, how much power you need, your cargo, your crew, and how much resources you're getting per minute. Once everything is balanced out, sit back, drink some Terra Brew coffee, and see what we made. All right, that's enough of that. Moving right along, the whole reason why we wanted to look for an aluminum planet and an iron planet is because of fabricators. Fabricators in the beginning stages can create adaptive frames. And adaptive frames is going to be your first source of passive income. An extremely low passive income, but a passive income nonetheless, because it's going to be constantly making this for as long as you throw aluminum, and iron in the same storage that's feeding into the fabricator. Outpost links are very important. Make sure you're linking your extractor to your storage, and make sure you're linking those storages to different things that need those resources. Gas storages, go to gas extractors. Solid storages, go to all of your different iron and aluminum type extractors. And liquid storages, go to the liquid extractors. All right, so let's say you're set up, you're done sipping on your Terra Brew coffee, and you want to get into the next stage of this outpost building system. Let's do it. Run outside, go grab your resources when you need to, and then from there we're going to get into linking different outposts together. Of course, like me, this planet didn't have iron that I wanted, or this planet didn't have the aluminum that I wanted. I had already had aluminum on me, and I had bought some aluminum at the last settlement, so I was able to get a little bit ahead. But once my extractor started to make enough resources for me, I immediately wanted to make a cargo link. There's two different types of cargo links in the game. One cargo link is for outposts within that system, and the second cargo link is for inter-system outposts, which means you can send items from one system to another system. You want to make sure that you're applying Helium 3 to outpost links that are inter-system cargo links. Inter-system cargo links need Helium 3 in order to operate. As soon as they run out of Helium 3, they're not going to be able to pass that resource to the other outposts. Make sure that you're always taking out the incoming items and resources, and you're putting the items you want to send off into the outgoing. As well as be mindful, just because you've created two cargo links on two different planets does not mean that they're actually linked together. You have to actually go into the system and tell the game to link these two outposts, or it's not going to do anything for you. So if you have everything set up, you've applied all of your resources into the storage containers, you have helium for your cargo link, and then a ship lands and it's not moving, that's probably why. So make sure you hop into the computer system and tell that cargo link where exactly it needs to send your resources and where it needs to go to receive your resources. For me, that was really beneficial because I have an outpost over in Aquila and I have an outpost over in Jemison. Those are on two totally different systems. So I can send my resources amongst those two planets and continue to build anything I need. Make sure you're checking back at your fabricator and going into the computer system and looking at all the different things that you're able to make, because some of those things can be really valuable. And if you have the resources to constantly make those items, then you can really start to increase your passive income. Another thing you might want to look into for your outpost is a landing pad. There's two different types of landing pads. A small landing pad, which only allows you to land smaller ships, and any ship that is above a certain size will not be able to land there. It will actually force land you to any landing site in the vicinity, which could be far away, so be mindful of that. And or you can jump in and go space deep straight for a large landing pad. The large landing pad is probably the most beneficial landing pad in the game, because not only can you modify your ships from there, you can also buy brand new ships there, which is kind of OP. And that right there is the complete basics to how outposts work. Of course, the more you invest in the tech tree and the more research you do in the development stages at a research lab, it will only extend and make your outpost that much more powerful. Because at some point, you can make millions at outposts if you just follow this guide. If you like what we do here in the channel, make sure you smash that like button and sub to the channel so that you don't miss any more episodes like this one. And the next episode, I'm going to continue to level up and see how much I can push this whole output system and how much money we can make per hour. If you want to get excited for that, then you know what to do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. It's been your boy Emma M Sensei HD. For now, I'm out of here.